listening to Gaucho, reeling in the years. Saw them live at the Jazz Room on last week Thursday. So that was kind of cool. Good, tight band, really enjoyable to watch. In the studio with me is Janice Jim. Janice, welcome to CKMS Community Connections.
Good morning.
Janice Jim, sorry.
Jim. Yeah, that's okay.
You're with CycleWR.
Yes.
Tell us all about CycleWR. What does CycleWR do?
So CycleWR is a nonprofit advocacy group. We try to advocate for safe cycling infrastructure for everyone in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, and a little bit beyond. And we just kind of keep apprised of, things happening on the municipal front, like different projects that each city has going for infrastructure. And we usually, get a group together to submit comments on it. So we have members all over the community, and they kind of point us to issues that need help. They need help with advocacy. So, we get emails from people saying, "Hey, there's this problem with this area," or, "I want to bike with my kids to school, and there's no safe safe way to do it." So that's what we do. We try to just advocate for better infrastructure in the region.
Not a bike club then.
We do some social rides, but we're not, hardcore bike club. I mean, there's Waterloo has a really active bike scene. So Waterloo Cycling Club, that's the hardcore bike club.
Guys,
the spandex guys. But hey, we're trying to be inclusive. We've got all sorts. We've got spandex people. We got daily commuter people. We got bike wagon people. We got e-bikes. If you've been on Iron Horse Trail lately, you would see just a different variety of devices. They got the electric skateboards. They got the e-scooters. I mean, you see everything on the trails.
Yeah. So, advocating out of the bicycling area for the e-scooters, for small motorized devices like skateboards, that's not really part of the bailiwick for CycleWR.
No, but we are, so many people use it now, right? So we are aware of the issues and challenges with all the different devices. But, when you build safe infrastructure, it fits everyone under the umbrella.
Yeah.
Because if you go on the Iron Horse, it's wide, it's nicely paved, it's maintained. There's enough room for everyone.
Yeah.
It's you get into trouble when it's really narrow spaces, and that's where the conflicts arise. So a lot of new projects, they try to build it inclusive. So safe for the term is all ages and abilities.
Okay.
So the new bike lanes and paths are suitable for all ages and abilities. So it could be someone in a motorized wheelchair. Be someone in a motorized scooter, so it fits everyone.
You see that a lot in Europe, where you've got the people on the electric scooters using the bike lanes, so they don't have to deal with pedestrians on the sidewalks. And I guess it's barrier free because it's all level with a single surface when you're on the bike track.
And then it connects kind of with in Europe they connect with the streetcars and trams. People kind of wheel their devices right on. Which we can do with Ion. It's pretty seamless.
Yeah.
I think the GRT also tries to work connections into their planning as well, because you're allowed to bring your bicycle onto the Ion, and there's bike racks on all the buses. So a lot of students and commuters do this. Like I take my bike on the Ion, I take my bike on the Go.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Having the connectivity makes a huge difference.
Bike busing is what I call it. It extends my ability to do more biking. Yep. If I had to rely on, I live in Elmira, so it's a bit of a hike to get in here. And if it wasn't for the buses, I wouldn't be biking in nearly as frequently if I had to do it all on the bike itself.
Yeah, when people complain about bike lanes, they don't think about all the different users of it. You could have a car and still use the bike lane, because some people drive part of the way and bike part of the way, and it's less cars on the road if people are on bikes. So that's what I tell people who are complaining.
Yeah, exactly. It's good for all modes of traffic. So talking a little bit about infrastructure, we've got everything from no bike infrastructure at all, where you're having to share the road with cars moving at 80 kilometers an hour, to completely separated, curb-separated bike lanes that are cropping up in at least Kitchener. I don't know that I've seen many of those in Waterloo. And then completely separated cycle paths like the Iron Horse Trail, although that's really a multi-use path. Can you go over what the different things are and how they benefit and
Yeah, well, I mean, starting with the lowest level would be the painted lines on the side of the road. Those are the bare minimum that the city and region puts in, and those are pretty unsafe. Like after being on all the different paths, like you feel really different and exposed when you're riding on it. A good example is Weber Street.
Oh yeah.
4 lanes, and the speeds are 660, but people go 80,
Yeah.
and a line of paint on the road does not protect you.
A lot of Weber doesn't even have that line
Right.
of paint to separate the
Right.
bicycles from everywhere else.
Yeah. So the next level up would be, like you said, the raised curb lanes. So it would be kind of a bike path that runs parallel to the road, and it's on like on this kind of on the sidewalk and is raised. So that's usually
With a
that's
very low grade curb.
Yes. Those are usually pretty good. But sometimes there's issues because there's no barriers from preventing cars from going onto it.
Yeah.
And also you have to watch a lot for the turning cars and driveways. So there has been some accidents that someone has been killed because of a turning car. And then,
Biggest problem I have with that is a user interface thing, where those curbside bike lanes are indistinguishable from other areas where there's parking on the very same sort of looking infrastructure. So,
Yeah.
a lot of cars assume that this is where they can park.
Right. Like, so those are the issues that, we want people to kind of send us messages about. That way we could kind of alert the city or the region that there's a problem here.
Yeah.
The best, grade is the multi-use paths that are completely separated from traffic. Great examples are Iron Horse and then Spur Line. They make you feel really safe, and they usually have a lot of shade. It's been really hot lately, and I really appreciate biking on those because it's actually 10 degrees cooler, and it's shaded. So
I'll go slightly out of my way to take one of the shaded paths.
Exactly. And then you're not always like looking over your shoulder for traffic. Just feel way more relaxed biking on those. So those are the best ones that we have. So there's an app, cycling guide that someone wrote. It's being launched in other cities as well. So it's was launched by a Waterloo region person.
Yeah, Mark Connolly.
Yes, exactly, and that's a great app to check out. And because it's kind of like Google Maps for bikes, and then you could rate the style you want to ride. So if you press green, it routes you maybe a little bit longer, but it routes you on all the separated bike paths. And then you could mark yellow, and then it'll take you on a mixed. And then if you want to be speedy in advance, you could click red, and it'll take you on some of the major roads. So, but you know what you're dealing with when you're on the app, and that's a great
anxiety-free cycling.
I know that's a great way to put it.
Dial it up or dial it down.
Yeah, that's the European, the Dutch. That's what they have, and they're trying to export that model to other cities.
Yeah. Tell me about sharrows. Sharrows on the road is paint.
Yeah, I don't think we're that happy with sharrows. I mean, if you go down to downtown Kitchener and look on King Street, that's where they were installed, but I don't think anyone uses it, because if you dare take up the middle of the road, the cars will be on you and get mad at you. So I think that kind of is a little bit phased out by this city.
I hope so. I hope they get rid of that.
Yeah, I think most they're focused on building a connected network of bike paths. The city of Kitchener just had a Bike Day celebration recently, and they celebrated completion of the downtown cycling grid. So there's a whole bunch of separated paths that you could get around downtown. So I think the Sharrow might be dead.
That's a good thing. I've actually heard that the Sharrows have more accidents. Roads with Sharrows have more accidents than roads that aren't marked at all. And I think that's partly because the cyclists aren't tempted to take the lane, which they're entirely entitled to do.
Yes. But that always raises like the ire of all the cars.
It does. So the other bit of paint infrastructure that I really like is parking separated cycle paths, where instead of having the parking next to the pedestrian curb and then the cycle path between the parking and the traffic, you put the parking between the traffic and the bikes next to the curb.
Yeah.
So you've got this huge tons of metal, this time protecting the cyclists from traffic. I don't see any of that here in Waterloo region. And, for the same cost of paint, they could paint the roads slightly differently to provide that level of infrastructure. Is that something that CycleWR has been advocating for?
I think most of the time the newer rebuilds, they take a lot of ideas into consideration. So I don't know if any of those are in the future plans. They might be. I've definitely seen it in Toronto. They're great. It makes you feel even more protected because you're protected from traffic, and also less incidents of doorings.
Yeah,
because that's also a huge issue.
At least a half a meter painted barrier between where the cars park and where the bikes ride.
Yeah, but I do have to give credit to both cities and the region. They, with the newer transportation plans, they really do take all sorts of road users into consideration. On the Active Transportation Committee, they carefully examine all the different ideas and plans before they put it, and there's also a consultation period that's open for input. So that's why, as a advocacy group, we keep an eye on all the different projects.
Is that going on right now, that consultation period?
I'm not sure. Usually on Engage WR, they'll list all the active projects. So when there is something, we usually put a call out to the members to submit their comments.
Okay. What is CycleWR working on now then?
We just had our annual general meeting, and we elect some new board members, and we're just more social rides. We try to do one per month. It's same. I don't know of any projects offhand.
Okay.
I think summer is a little bit quieter, but come September, everything will be back, and we'll keep our eye on the new projects coming into town.
I joined as a paying member for the first time this year, largely to get onto the social rides. I learned a new word a few months ago.
Well, there's also discounts too at all the local bike shops. They're great. If you have a membership, you can get discounts at the bike shops.
Yeah. You can flash that on your phone, and I haven't taken advantage of that yet. I just bought a new helmet. And, completely forgot that. Maybe I can get a little bit of discount.
It's great to have the local bike shops. They also donate prizes for our members as well.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. I learned a new word a few months ago: mammal, middle-aged men in lycra. I hope to not be one of those. I ride in whatever it is that I wear in. So today it's just golf shirt and shorts. No lycra for me.
Yeah, it's a little sweaty today.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of riding that CycleWR does for the social rides. It's
we try to have kind of fun, family friendly rides.
All ages rides.
Yes, I think we're planning one up to the St. Jacobs Market soon.
Oh, good.
Because there's a new connection that just finished up at Northfield. That this connected the Northfield path to the Ion station. So that's City of Waterloo just finished that.
Yes. Actually, I've been taking that. It's brand new. I think they just finished painting the center line on that, in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Still covered with gravel and dust and sand, so it's a little bit hazardous
might have to
ride
send
on.
the city a message to get that cleaned up.
Yeah, just a little bit, because it's right at the corner there too. So as you're going around the corner, there's all that sand to skid on. So that's a new chunk that I've been very happy with, because it means that I don't have to ride on Northfield Road. Which is
Northfield is got its own reputation. The little paint strip of death.
Yeah.
I think it got posted as one of the worst bike infrastructure in North America, because if you ever been up to that area, it's basically highway on ramps and exit ramps, and then one strip of green that's half faded
between two lanes of traffic.
Yeah, that's definitely the bike path of death.
Yeah, that's not the way to do it.
No.
If I were designing that, I would put a barrier separated bike lane next to the curb, and then have a right angle crossing right near the end where the lane pulls off. But that might mean that traffic has to stop for cyclists and pedestrians crossing, and maybe that's not the thing to do.
I usually bike on the highway, the bridge on the sidewalk. Do not take that that path. Very dangerous. But that's another issue, right? Because that's a whole different area, because it's a highway crossing, so it's governed by the Ministry of Transportation. So it's a provincial government of Ontario. So the city or the region can't do any engineering on that without the
No.
approval of the
I
government.
didn't realize it because I thought that was a regional road, Northfield.
Yeah, but when it comes to highway crossings, it becomes an MTO jurisdiction. So
Okay, that's really good to know.
Yep.
And at this point, I don't trust the provincial government to do
Yeah,
anything useful
Doug
with
Ford
bike
does
lanes.
not have the best record on bike lanes.
Certainly not. I think what I'm going to do is play a little bit of music, and then I'm going to ask you what kind of cyclist you are. So, listening now to Daddy Longlegs. This is called One Drink Too Many.
To get that work week off my mind. One drink too many, and I guess that I'm feeling fine. Give me just one more drink. And always more than my time. One drink too many. Remember all of my lessons learned. One drink too many. Keep all the money that I've earned. Give me just one more drink. Another round, 'cause it's my turn. One drink too many. Just to know when my match was missed. One drink too many. Keep on doing things that I regret. Give me just one more drink, and it won't matter 'cause I'll forget. I'll forget.
Daddy Longlegs, One Drink Too Many, some good rocking blues to ride your bike to. Got Janice Jim in the studio with me, Janice Jim from CycleWR, talking about some bicycle advocacy, some bicycle infrastructure, and just want to find out what kind of cyclist you are. What kind of biking do you do?
It's daily commuter. Get to work. I don't own a car, so get my groceries, do
Yeah.
everything. Go to Toronto on the go
Okay,
train.
so it's
Yeah.
train biking?
Yeah, pretty much everything. And then I try to get in the country on the weekends. Haven't done much this
I
summer.
know.
It's been so hot, but
Yeah.
I've ridden to Elora before. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
Elora's nice.
Yeah, riding to Elmira is great too.
Yeah.
And yeah, not too much gravel though, because I only have a road bike right now. It's,
Yeah, I've got a hybrid bike. You know, it's
Yeah.
slightly fatter wheels, maybe 2.5, 3 centimeters wide, and you know, good for packed gravel, not loose gravel.
yeah.
So I can do the trails. I can
Yeah,
do the roads.
the people say great things about the GTG trail. That's
Yeah.
the rail trail
Yeah,
that's been
Guelph to
converted.
Godrich, yes.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So
I've got it running right through Elmira.
Yeah, we are kind of blessed in Waterloo region with all the nice paths and bike routes that we
Yeah.
have.
Not a racer then.
No, I mean I would love to get into it, but you
Yeah.
know, it's a whole, like you said, the Lycra is a whole different different hobby, right?
It is. It is. You have a pretty fancy bike though.
Yeah. As I lucked out on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
That's my first fancy bike. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow. Yeah.
So,
Describe your bike.
It's like a specialized road bike. It's very light. I love it. It's definitely life changing to have. You know, I still have my other bike, like a more city style bike, but I just ride
Okay.
this one. It's just so fast, and you know,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess that helps when you're commuting, because in the community. there's
Yeah,
lots-
yeah, because like the Go Transit, you know, they're great, but it's a little bit of a hassle. I have to like take it up and down the stairs, and then now you know there's so much competition for a space even on the Go trains.
Yeah,
On the weekends is actually like pretty bad. I've been kicked off because on the carts you're only allowed to put 2 bikes in the bike slot, and once that fills up, you know that's it. You gotta wait for the next train. And with our service schedule, sometimes it's like an hour.
Yeah.
So you know, it's
Are there Go trains that have dedicated bike cars?
Yes, they usually are on the weekdays. The one that runs from Kitchener has a bike car, so that's great. So it's a whole carriage with room for I think maybe 25 bikes or maybe 30. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but that usually fills up by the time you get into the kind of the metro GTA area. So usually
Yeah.
by like Bramley, those are all filled up. And the people there are later, you know, they're kind of out of luck of bringing their bikes in. So
Yeah.
that's actually a big issue on the go.
Yeah, so because of the popularity of biking, we need
Right.
more public
Yeah,
transit
more
infrastructure.
infrastructure for everything.
Yeah.
In Europe, I've seen they have like a bike cart that attaches to the like the Ion, the streetcar. So there's a whole carriage that attaches to the end of it, and you put your bikes on there. It's fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah, like there's lots to be jealous of from Europe.
Really, and well, lots of room for improvement. you
Yeah,
know, so-
definitely. But you know, like I said, I gotta give our region and the cities credit. They are really incorporating, you know, cycling infrastructure into all their plans. You know, all the cities and the region have you know environmental plans, environmental planning for the future, lower emissions, and part of that is you know encouraging residents to cycle.
Yeah, and I think it's working. I'm seeing more cyclists out now than I did, say, 10 years ago.
Yeah, like I love seeing families on bikes. You know,
Yeah.
I bike by Waterloo Town Square all the time, and I see a whole family. You know, a dad with a cargo bike with a kid, and then like a mom with you know a kid basket,
Yeah.
or sometimes it's a whole group. You know, the kids biking by themselves. Like that's what the infrastructure allows, because you could take your whole family, you know, on an outing on the Iron Horse Trail, and you don't have to worry about your kids, you know, getting into traffic.
Yeah, exactly. How much cycling do you do in a year?
I don't have the computer. I'm jealous.
No- no
Some
without
of my
it?
friends have the Strava, and they track everything. But
Okay.
I try to go every day. Even the winters, I only bike.
Yeah.
I only not bike when it's icy. So
Okay.
I've got my winter setup, snow pants and then the shell. You know.
I'm a fair weather cyclist.
Well, I
and,
mean, you're-
the threat of rain is enough to make you
Yeah,
take the
but
bus.
that's okay. You know, in the country, it's not safe with all the snow squalls and
Oh,
the
yeah.
country roads.
Yeah.
That's
And you have to take the highway to
Mm.
get from Elmira to pretty much anywhere, because there's some back routes, but they don't get cleared for cycling either. So in the
Right.
winter, it's pretty much a write-off trying to get any place
Yeah.
in Elmira. So,
yeah.
which is too bad, really.
That's okay. You get a pass for that. But
Okay.
yeah, no, like, yeah, just putting that on cities' radar just to shovel snow and clear paths.
Yeah.
You know. everyone uses it, right?
One of the big advantages to living in Elmira is that it's a Mennonite country, so there's a lot of horse and buggy traffic.
Right.
And they've put in really broad paved shoulders on the
Ah.
highways, which is also great for bicycles.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's a reasonably safe trip to get along Highway 86 to Kitchener from Elmira, because there's enough room on the shoulders to make it fairly safe.
It's good to know, but yeah, we should kind of do a little bit more advocacy for the rural areas
Yeah.
as well.
Okay. Well, I'm on CycleWR now, so
All
I
right,
guess
that's
that
great.
becomes my job.
Yeah, no, we'll love to have your the rural committee member.
All right, the subcommittee. When you're out biking, what are the things that you look out for?
When I'm out biking?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just the traffic, right? Traffic.
I like biking so much better than I like being in a car, because passing people on the multi-use trails, you ding your bike,
Yeah.
ding your bell,
Yeah.
pass them, and shout out,
Exactly.
"Hello, good morning."
Exactly.
And,
It's
those-
a much more pleasant experience.
It
And then
is.
just seeing the world pass by, it's a different view on
Yeah.
your bike. You're
Yeah.
much more interactive with your environment.
Yeah, and I'm coming in to the studio, for example, on a Monday. I'll take a little bit of a longer route to take the shady paths and whatnot. Picnic table about halfway there, so I know that's a good spot to pull over, have a drink, eat a little bit of breakfast before carrying on.
That sounds like a great way to start the day.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely wonderful to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's the heat affecting your cycling?
Yeah, I mean, I have to cut down and then try to take the shaded paths, and that's part of urban planning. The trees make such a huge difference. Some of our members are planners and then planning students at the University of Waterloo. So I've been learning a lot about urban planning as well. Like blacktop, adds 15, 20 degrees to a city
Easily.
because they just trap the heat.
Easily.
So having the shade and the infrastructure makes a huge difference in cities as well. Having the tree canopy. That's why biking on the Iron Horse is so pleasant.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any CycleWR members on council?
Well, we probably on the membership. Yeah, I would
Okay.
I would think so.
Okay. So
And then we've got a lot of counselors that bike, which is
Yeah.
great. So they're all aware
Yeah.
of the issues. City of Waterloo got Mayor McCabe.
Yes.
Mayor McCabe, I see her all the time. She has an e-bike
Okay.
that she uses, and I've seen her with the e-bike on the Ion. I would say most of the council members bike as
Good.
well. Kitchener, yeah, we definitely got some fans on there. Debbie Chapman's out
Is a
on her
cyclist?
bike all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I haven't seen many people like that. I've run into Matt Rodriguez a couple of
Yes,
times. on,
Matt is a big time. We claim Matt. He's a cyclist.
Exactly. So, when CycleWR is advocating, is it delegating to council? Is it sitting on cycling committees?
Yeah, it would be a mix of everything. So we delegate to council when there's a project that's of issue that we need to speak up. We send in a lot of submissions on like I said, with the Engage WR portal and all the city portals. Usually before there's any project, there's open period for comments. So we always encourage CycleWR members and the community to comment to make sure their needs are represented. We actually delegated at a hearing at Queen's Park. So I did that last year, I think, because there was a Bill 212 route committee that was on hearing. So
Bill
CycleWR
212 was the one that rips out the bike lanes in
Yes,
Toronto?
unfortunately. So we delegated at the committee at Queen's Park. So that was
Okay.
pretty exciting.
What sort of background knowledge training does it take to do that kind of thing?
Just read up on the issues. We try to just express the more common. We're not experts. We're not city planners, but we try to express the viewpoint of the daily users like you, or anyone in the city. So they already have other experts testifying. So we try to express the views of like a common Waterloo region
Right.
population. So.
And CycleWR is open to Anybody?
Yes, we're happy to have anyone. The membership, there's a free option as well.
Yeah, the fixie.
Yes, and that gets you a discount at the bike shop. So thank
Oh,
you.
really?
Thank you. Yeah, thank
wow,
you to our
okay.
bike shops. They're great supporters. And we're open, and then we have meetings and social rides, and then we love to hear people about what needs to be fixed.
Yeah. You're on the board,
Yes.
media coordinator, something fancy like that?
Well, I'm the vice president, and then my day job is like communications and media. So
okay. That's how
I
you
do
got-
a lot of the interviews and the press and the
Okay.
social media.
Okay. So you said there's a bike ride coming up to St. Jacobs?
It's not. We're thinking about it, but
Okay.
it's not official. But we'll definitely announce it.
Was a really good ride last year, and I'd love to see more rides out in the rural area.
Okay.
I can. I've been toying around with the idea of planning a ride
Yeah,
around the
actually.
trail in St. Jacobs, the Mill Race
Right.
Trail.
That sounds great. We'll love to coordinate. with
Yeah,
you.
we
Yeah.
just need to get up and do that.
Yeah, no, like biking to St. Jacobs is a really fun experience. Plus, there's lots of great treats at the market.
Yes, at the market.
And then
yes,
now
we-
there's also a brewery, the across from the market.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
So
It's,
that's a good bike pit stop as well.
Okay, yeah. Need that refreshment on the
Yeah,
way.
totally.
How can people get involved?
Just check out our Instagram website. Our email is always open if you have comments, and then just join us on our social ride.
Looking at the website CycleWR.ca.
Yep, and on Instagram as well, and Facebook.
Instagram
Yep.
and Facebook. Oh, I see that there, and there's even a Mastodon logo.
Yes,
So,
yes, we
love-
try to leverage all the different. We're still on Twitter, but
Yeah, love to see you on the Fediverse though. That's where I hang out most of the time. So
Nice.
good
Yeah.
to see people
Yeah.
from CycleWR
And
there.
Kitchener Public Library has been doing a great job. They've been running the books and bikes monthly. But sadly, the last one got canceled because either the thunderstorm or heat. But they've been running that as a social ride as well.
okay.
So it's like a really fun low ride from KPL, the main branch, and short ride, and then you chat about books.
Yeah, I missed that actually. So I was
Yeah.
sorry to not be able to attend that one, but maybe the next one.
Yeah.
So I see here on the website under Get Involved that if you're interested in helping out, then email hello@cyclewr.ca. I guess that goes to you.
That goes to our crew.
Okay.
Someone will read it.
And there's a bunch of volunteer opportunities listing the CycleWR board members. And
Yeah.
there's 2 open positions apparently.
I think we haven't updated yet since
Okay.
our AGM, so they did get filled at our last board meeting. So
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, we got a full complement, including someone from Cambridge,
But
which we feel is important.
That is important.
Yes, like we want to advocate for the whole region, and sometimes Cambridge does get left behind so we want to keep apprised of that, and having you as the rule opinion that's great.
Yeah, having seen what happened with Cambridge and the LRT, they still haven't got the LRT
Yeah,
there, and I
yeah.
don't know how plans are coming
Yeah.
along to make that happen.
Yep.
They need advocacy on all fronts.
Definitely. Cambridge. There's so many great things to Cambridge as well. Like I took I biked to Cambridge once. Councillor Craig, I think, took me on a good cycling connection to Cambridge. It would be it's kind of spotty in some areas, so that's definitely a project.
To be
that we
quite
wanna
honest, I
advocate
don't
for.
know how to get there from here.
Yeah, there is a way, and it was actually not too bad. So.
Okay.
So,
okay.
but I think that could be one of our projects.
You need to have to look at the cycle guide to see how that's
Yes.
done.
Yes.
Yeah. So coming up, a potential ride to St. Jacobs, a fun ride, and a few more rides throughout the fall.
I think definitely there's some sort of ice cream ride in the works. We'll,
good.
A little ride and treat situation.
Yeah, yeah. How long have you been with CycleWR?
Oh wow! I think probably 5 years now.
5
I've been
years?
on the board for 3.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was on the Waterloo Active Transportation Committee
Okay.
before that. So,
That's something separate from CycleWR.
Yes, that was the City Advisory Committee. So that's another way for people to get involved. So each city and the region has advisory committees that residents can serve on. And so there's one for active transportation. Yep. And then there's another one for like environmental advocacy. So that's, that's another great way for people to get involved.
Lots of things to do and lots of different ways to get involved.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
best way to reach out then is to go to cyclewr.ca, email to hello@cyclewr.ca. Get involved. You know, if you want to have more cycle infrastructure.
Yeah. And also shout out to our other community groups, Red Raccoon Bike Rescue.
Yes.
If you never heard of them, they're amazing. They do free bike repairs for anyone who shows up. They're a fantastic group.
Yeah. It's in Victoria Park
Yes.
at the Joseph Street entrance
Yes.
every Saturday. And I think other days of the week now too.
Yeah, to check their Instagram. And then the Working Center, we opened Recycle Cycles
Oh,
as
good.
well.
Yeah.
So that's another great spot.
Yeah, more cheap or free bike repair
right.
and cheap bike parts too. Janice Jim, thank you very much for coming in, talking to us about cycling advocacy for CycleWR. It's been great.
Yeah, that was a great chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Listen to CKMS Community Connections on Radio Waterloo. My name is Bob Jonkman. CKMS Community Connections is a production of Radio Waterloo, sponsored by Radio Waterloo. Executive producer is Jennifer Strong. Associate producer is Jeff Stager. Theme music that you're listening to right now is by Stephen Todd. CKMS Community Connections airs every Monday at 11 o'clock, alternate Fridays at 3. I'll be back then.